Hello, it's Maryon Stewart, and I wanted to focus on why so many women are going through an early menopause, because there was a new study published this week to show that 8 out of 10 women are going through their menopause early. And certainly from this group, I've seen that so many women are going into menopause in their early 40s, and they have absolutely no idea why. It just seems to, suddenly one day you're feeling okay, and the next day everything goes sideways. And I hear so many stories from people who are struggling and they really literally don't know what's hit them and end up clinging on by their fingernails. So I just wanted to focus on why is this happening. I don't think the researchers really understand. They've noticed that it's happening, but there isn't much information out there. So I've got a slightly different perspective because I've been treating women for so many years who have had hormone problems in their younger days. And when we started the advisory service in the 80s, treating women who had PMS, and we found that so many of them were getting better so quickly. And our program was then, in those days, was based on published medical research from around the world, and we just put it together. And it just really came about by accident, and we found that we were helping women. So eventually, because we were so curious, we did 5 separate studies that we had published, and we found that very often women had low levels of important nutrients. So things like magnesium, iron, zinc, calcium, essential fatty acids, vitamin D, all sorts of common nutrients were in short supply. And that seemed to have the effect on preventing the brain chemistry from functioning normally. And then that had a knock-on effect to hormone function. And we know now that when you have babies, when you're breastfeeding, the good nutrients go sailing out from you across the placenta, out through the breast milk, and then at the end of the day, you're the one that gets left high and dry. And then as you get older, the nutrients become in even further short supply. So you end up pretty depleted. And then that's when you go into what I call economy mode. So Mother Nature doesn't feel like you're fit to reproduce anymore. It doesn't feel that you need to have ovarian function. You don't need to drop eggs because you're not in very good shape. And so she doesn't really want you to reproduce. And so many women therefore go into an early menopause. And I've seen in my clinics what happens when we get people back into good nutritional shape. And when they're in their early 40s, very often their periods come back and they become regular again. And the symptoms like hot flushes and night sweats and feeling anxious and feeling like you've got PMS for loads of days in the month, all that disappears. And it's like normal service resumes. So I think really it's a question of learning to meet your needs and knowing that you can, and not being so scared and spooked when you get all these awful symptoms in your early 40s, because you're really not expecting to go through menopause. The average age to go through the menopause is 51. So you're really not expecting to do that when you're 41, 42, or even 43 or 44. So you've got an opportunity in this group to get educated, to get the good research, the research that really has been shown to work. And I'm going to be focusing on that in my masterclass on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock UK time. If you haven't already registered, come and join me. It's going to be a whole live hour. So I will be explaining what's going on in your body, how you can overcome your symptoms, how you can reverse the process, and how you can get symptom free. And I'm also going to be answering questions live at the end of the session. So you just need to go to Maryonstewart.com and you can sign up for the masterclass, or Maryonstewart.com/masterclass. And I think we have a limited number of people that can come. Last week we had over 500, I think, and things crashed, hoping it won't crash this week. So please come and join me, and I look forward to helping you to overcome your symptoms and be your best self again. So thanks very much for listening to me today, and I look forward to you joining me on Wednesday.